Hi all, Michael here, as always. Well, not as always, but I'm here, finally. So, what happened was, my Streamlabs stopped working, and I couldn't get it back up. I don't know what happened. So, I use Streamlabs to record with, and let me just get mic right. I use Streamlabs to record with, and suddenly I started getting a black screen. So, what had happened is, on the display for Streamlabs, you can if you don't know if you don't haven't seen Streamlabs, you get like a display and it shows a picture of the game in the display, and it's basically saying that's what it's recording. So what would happen is that it would start recording and everything was going well, and then so I'm playing the game. Now I can't see Streamlabs when I'm playing the game because Streamlabs is usually behind the game screen, and on the other screen I have, because I have two screens. On the other screen is usually my Audacity, so I can see that it's recording. So I was so I can't see it. So what happened is when I'm done my recording, like half an hour, 45 minutes, I'd bring Streamlabs up to stop it recording, and the display picture was black. Just nothing was there. So then I'd look at the recording, and for the first like 30 seconds, it'd just be recording the normal picture, and then all of a sudden it'd just go black, and I had nothing else. And it wouldn't, it just did it over and over again for game after game. And yet I didn't touch anything. I changed no settings, nothing, but for some reason it just kept going black over and over again. I don't know, like, where we're looking at you. You can look at YouTube videos, you can see that there is problems with it. But problem is with most YouTube videos that are about the problem, that it doesn't display anything. Even when they put the game screen on, nothing comes up, it's just a black screen. Mine didn't. It did actually come on. It showed the game in the display screen, but then it would just stop recording the game or the picture. Yeah, you could still hear the audio. The audio still worked fine, but the picture wouldn't record. And I could not fix it no matter what. And then it seemed to just get better tonight. I tried it again tonight, and for some reason, it's recording. I haven't pressed anything. I haven't changed anything. But for some reason, just as it suddenly stopped working, now it suddenly started working. So I don't know. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to test it. I'm going to play some Balatro. And if you see this video and you're listening to me now, then no, it worked, and I don't know why. And then now I can get everything back to normal again. I have been trying this since the last video to get it right, and I could not fix it. And for some reason, it started working tonight. And I don't know why I did. But we're going to have a quick go at Balatro and just see if it works. Now, if you don't know what Balatro is, let's get back into gaming. Sorry about all that talking. I just needed to explain it because it's been a nightmare, absolute nightmare. I've tried about 50 times to record, and every time it's failed. Okay, so what you do is with Balatro is you've got to play poker hands. If you know how to play poker, you'll be good at this hand. At this, you've got a blind up here. You've got to match this number. So you've got to score 300, and I've got 0 right now, but I need to get to 300. Here is your multiplier. I'll explain this as we go. Let's just get a hand first. So there's no hand here. There's no poker hand here. You get 3 discards, where you can discard some cards to try and get a hand, or you can play a hand. So you've got 5 hands you can play, or you can do 3 discards. So let's say, for example, I go for let's go for a straight. Let's go for a high straight. So we'll go like 10, Jack, Queen, King, Ace. So we can get these. You click on them, and then you can click either play the hand. You can play 4 cards. You don't have to play 5 cards like you do in poker. You can, if you've got a pair, you can just play the pair, just the 2 cards. You don't have to play them all. But I'm going to get rid of these 4, and I'm going to see if a 10 comes. Hopefully it will. It hasn't. But now I've got a choice, because I've got 2 kings, 2 jacks, so I could always get rid of these and see if I can get a king or a jack and get a full house. Or I could just get rid of these again, and just go and get rid of these and just go for Jack, Queen, King, Ace again and see if I get a 10. But what I'm going to do is I'll go for full house. Let's see what happens. Yeah, discard. Okay, it came. Good. So now I click on these, and what happens is you get this up here. So if you look at the, is it here? Yeah, hand info. So as you see, I've got a full house, which is here, this one here, and it says that it starts with 40 points, or chips. The blue number is called chips, and they've got a multiplier of 4. So right now, as it stands, 4 times 40 is 160. So I get 160 to start with, even before anything else. Now what happens is when I play this hand, all these 5 cards are added to the chip count. So 10, so I'll go to 50, 20, it'll go to 60, 70, 80, 90. So 50 is going to get added on, that'll go to 90. Now it'll times by 4 again, and 4 nines. So 9 times 4 is 360. See? 90, 180, 270, 360. So it's going to be 360, and that's what I'll score. Well, 360 is more than 300, so that will end this round, and I'll get my reward. Now, I've got $4 in my bank. You buy cards with your money, so you've got to try and get that up. And then we on ante. This is basically till end of game. If you get to ante 8 and you finish ante 8, you win the game. This is 1 round. This, I think, 3 rounds to each ante. So let's go. Let's play it. There you go. So it tells you 360, and I need a 300, so we go through. You get a reward depending on this, which is the score. The quicker you do this, the more points you get. And remaining hands. So the less hands you use. So for example, I only used 1 hand, so it went from 5 to 4. So that's why I've got $4. And then you get $3 for completing the blind. Okay, so together that's $7. You don't get a lot, but then again, cards don't cost a lot. So we take that, and this screen comes up. Now this is where you buy all your cards and you get in to get yourself stronger. So for example, these are called jokers. These give special bonuses. So this joker, for example, here is called the Mad Joker. Now he gives you plus 10 molt. This is molt. Plus 10 molt if played hand contains a 2 pair. So if I put 2 pair down, then the red box here will go from 4 to 14 when I put 2 pair down. So it gives me more multiplier. So instead of like last time where it was 90 times 4, it would be 90 times 14, which is of course a lot higher and makes it easier to meet that number you've got to get. This one gives you 3 times molt. See, there's 2 different malts here. This is a plus malt, so it's plus 10, plus 5, plus 1, plus 6. Then you've got your multiplication malt kind of thing, or multiplicative malt, which is where it timeses the number. So, for example, say it was 4 again, and it was 90. So instead of 4 times 90, it would multiply the 4 by 3 and turn that into 12, and then times that by 90. So if you think about it, let's say we trigger both these. I'm just trying to explain this, so I'm just trying to give you an example. Say we trigger both these. So that would plus 10 on, so that would turn that from 4 to 14. Then that would triple the 14 and kick in after and triple the 14, which of course is 42. So all of a sudden, instead of 4 by 90 or 14 by 90, now you're on 42 by 90. So you can see how it soon builds up, and you can have 5 jokers across the top here. So what I'm going to do is, I'm not going to take any of them yet because we've got these cards here. Now standard cards, as it says, chooses 1 of 3 playing cards. Because of course we do have normal playing cards here. They add to your chip count. So sometimes you can open these up and you can get playing cards with special abilities too, which I'll explain later. Because no doubt I'll have a look at them later, but I don't need to right now. Now buffoon packs, what they do is they give you 3 jokers like these, but different jokers. They'll give you 3 jokers to choose from, and you can pick one. They'll help you. None of them might help. They might be awful. But then again, all 3 might be good, and you can only pick one. But let's have a look. So I've got $11, and I'm going to open this for 4. So I'll go down to 7. So I've got 2 I can choose from. I've got the Space Joker, which is this one here. And that's 1 in 4 chance to upgrade. Now, you can upgrade the level of your hands. Because right now, these are all level 1 hands. And you can upgrade them and make them bigger. So, for example, if I upgrade High Card, which starts at 5 and 1, it might go up to, does it say how much it goes up by when it uploads? I don't know. But it might go up to 10 and 2. Let's say it adds 5 on and 1 on. It just doubles them. Then it'll go to 10 and 2. And then next time it'll be 15 and 3. And then 20 and 4. Things like that. So it just depends what it goes up by. So for like two pair, which is 2 and 20, it might just add 1 onto malt and 20 onto chips again. So it'll go to 40 and 3, then 60 and 4, then 80 and 5. And it makes it so you get better starts at the hand here before all your jokers kick in. Okay. So that's what that does. It upgrades you. It gives a chance to 1 in 4 chance to upgrade whatever hand you play. So if you play a high card, it might turn it to level 2, and if you play another high card, it might turn it to level 3, and keep putting these up. So it's good for that. Now this one, misprint, as you can see, it's flickering. That means that you get a plus something malt. It can range from, I think is it 1 to 23, 24, something like that. So it's between that. It's just RNG. You just play the hand, and whatever it stops on when it, when the hand's played, that's what you get, plus whatever. So we're going to take that one. It's a bit RNG, but right now we could use it. We could use it. Now, if you don't buy these, they don't disappear for good. They can come round again later in the game. So don't worry if you see a good joker but you haven't got the money, or you don't want to spend the money at that point. Let it go and pick it up later when it could be handy. Right now I don't need something that gives me ×3 because the scores are really low that you've got to achieve to pass. So I don't need to ×3 it. So I don't really care. And I don't want to be tied to trying to get 2 pair all the time. So I don't want either of these yet. But this one might be better later in late game when I'm getting big multiplications, and it would be nice to ×3 them. So, and on this one here, you get these vouchers, and they give you a permanent boost, and that's permanent gain +1 hand per round. So that hands will go up from 5 to 6. That's what I think that one does. So, but it's 3 rounds, so you've got 3 rounds to buy it if you want it. So let's go into the next one, and we're going to select. Now this one is a 450 we've got to get, and of course this time your reward's going to be $4 when you clear it, and you want to clear it as quick as you can because each hand that's left here will add more money on. So let's get it. Okay, so we started with 10 Jack Queen King, but at the same time we've also got 4 diamonds. Now you can change here. Right now it's showing you rank. You can change it to suit, so you can see, I've got 4 diamonds, 2 spades, 2 hearts, no clubs. Or you can change it to rank to see what you want for a straight. I mean, we've got 10 Jack Queen King. That would be an open-ended straight, so we can get a 9 for 9 10 Jack Queen King, or an ace for 10 Jack Queen King ace. So, yeah, why don't we do that? Why don't we go for that? So we'll discard these 4, and we got the ace. So that's good. And we can do the math for it again, because if we, well, kinda, we don't know what this is going to land on yet. But it's 4 by 30. We've got to get 450. So right now it's going to be 40, and that counts as 11. So that's 51. Add that on, 81 times 4. So that's not bad. What's that? 162, 230, 234, something like that. So it's not going to do it right now with this one go, but we've got this to add on yet. And if this hits something like a 20, then that's going to go up to 24. Then it's a bigger number, and it's a lot better. Let's see what we get. So we got a good number from it. It went up to 17. So it gave us a 13 because we were on 4. So it became 17 times, I think, about 81 or something like that. I didn't really see it. But there you go. So we only needed 450. We got 1,377. And that means we passed it quickly. So we got the full 4. Then we got remaining hands, which is 4 more because it's here. So $4 more. Then you get $1 interest. Now, what it means is this here. For every $5 you have here, you get $1 of interest up to $25. And I don't mean up to $25 interest, I mean up to $25 in here. So you only actually can get $5 of interest. So at 5, you get an extra $1. 10, you get $2. 15, 3, 24, and 25, you get $5. And then from then on, you can have $100 and you'll still only get $5 because it only gives you interest up to $25. Now, there are bonuses you can get, vouchers I think they are, that make it so you can go up to 10 interest. So then it'll give you $1 for every $5 up to 10. So instead of going up to 25, it'll give you $1 up to 50. So you can increase that. So right now we're only on just the normal. So when that gets to 10, that'll go up to $2 if I've got that when I finish the round. Okay, so we have Fibonacci, which is this one, which each played ace, 2, 3, 5, or 8 gives you +8 mult when scored. That is a nice card. Fibonacci is a really powerful card because, for one, it affects quite a few different cards. For example, you imagine you've got an ace, 2, 3, 4, 5. You're going to get 8 for the ace, 8 for the 2, 8 for the 3, and 8 for the 5. So that's 8, 60, that's 32. So you get 32 mult for just for them. So it is a good card to have because it's a nice 8. 8's quite nice. We have an Emperor. Now, tarot cards. Oh, yeah, we haven't covered tarot cards. Tarot cards are cards, again, that give bonuses to you. Like for this one, it will create 2 more tarot cards. We'll look into these later as I use tarot cards a bit more, right? So we've got the standard pack again, so we can try and buy some cards for our hand. And we also have this, the Celestial pack. So these are a bit like tarot cards, but these just do planets. And what they do is they put levels up to these. Planet cards let you level your hands up. So for example, I can level up Venus, which will level up my 3 of a kind. And it tells you how much it levels it up by. So it levels it up by 2 on malt and 20 on chips. So it'll be 2. So it's just doubling it, 2 and 20. So it'll go to 4 and 40. But that it doesn't double every time, so it won't be double 4 and 40 next time. It'll always go up 2 and 20. So it'll be 2 and 20, 4 and 40, 6 and 60, 8 and 80, 100 and 5. And 10. Sorry, 110, 120 and 12, and it'll keep going up like that. So it just adds 2 and 2 and 20 on each time. This is Mercury. This does a pair that adds on 1 and 15, and then you've got Mars, which does 4 of a kind and is 3 and 30. Out of these, the pair's easier to hit, so I'm going to hit that for now. We'll put the pair up. And now if you look at the run info, it's now blue, and it says level 2, and now it's gone up a bit higher. Now it actually beats 3 of a kind. But 3 of a kind was higher than it. Now 3 of a kind is lower. So you can get pairs right up to beating straight flush if you keep leveling them up. And then we'll look at the Emperor. So we'll bring this in, and so we get 2 more cards. We've got the Star card, which converts 3 cards to diamonds, and then you've got the Moon card, which converts 3 cards to clubs. So I don't have to buy Fibonacci. No, we'll let it go for now. It'll be useful later. So let's do next round, and I'll show you how that works, how these work. So cards played previously. Oh yeah, this is the boss. It's a boss blind. It has a debuff. Everyone has a debuff to try and help you lose. Cards played previously, this ante, are debuffed. So that means all the cards are played in small blinds, and all the cards are played in big blinds are now debuffed. That means they score no points. Anything on them that could trigger and score me a bonus don't work. Nothing works. They're basically dead cards, which is why, again, it's good to finish as quick as possible, because then I only use 5 up at first and 5 up at second one. And so I've only got 10 cards that are debuffed. All the other cards, luckily, are still in play. It can still be awkward, though, but we'll play it. So let's collect. So we've got to get 600 this time. So as you can see, the debuffed ones are like this. So what we can do is we can take these out. Let's take these 3 out. See what's happening. Let's just let them ride. Okay, so not perfect. Now you can do this, and look, it'll still count as 2 pair. It's just I won't score any points for this. So I'd only get points for the king and the 2 5s. This won't score anything. But I can still get the starting price for a 2 pair. So if I had a royal flush and all 5 were debuffed, I'd still get the starting points for a royal flush. It's just no other chips that add on because they all debuffed. So, and now we've got. Oh, you can look at your packet as well. This will show you how many diamonds, clubs, hearts, and spades you've got left. So if you look on left, I'm thinking of going for a flush with diamonds, because if you look, I can suit these up. So we've got 3 diamonds. So I'm thinking of going a flush with diamonds, and if I look on there, I've got 11 diamonds to come. It tells you on the left-hand side. So let's see if diamonds come. Let's see if any come. Let's do this. Okay, so we've got 4 diamonds now. Oh, sorry, we've got 5. I didn't. For some reason, my eyes just completely skipped over Jack. I don't know why. Okay, so let's pick up all these. So we're going to get the starting points for a flush, which is 4 and 35. We're going to get these added on, which is going to be, what, 15, 20, 30, 33. So that's going to be 68. And then we've got to see what this hits to give us some extra points and see if we can get over 600. Play the hand. See, it didn't give us hardly any bonus. It basically gave us 3. So it's just hit and miss. It's just hit and miss that. So it means we won't get to full points because I have used 1 up. See if we get a club. We have. So we'll try again. Oh, wait there. We've got a straight flush, which is going to start us at 800. 8 times 100. Then this is going to get added on. And this will get added on first, sorry. So we're going to do this. We only need 124, and we've got 800 start. By the way, you don't get a bonus for going way over. It just is what it is. Okay, so of course we made it easy this time. And now we get 9. We still get decent money, so now we're on 18. And again, we can look at these. We've got 2 new jokers. So retrigger all played cards in final hand of round. Retrigger means each card plays twice. So if you, let's say you have 4 kings, and it's the last hand of the round, the first king will play, and you'll get 10 chips that'll add on here to blue, and then it'll re-trigger and add 10 more chips on. So instead of the 4 kings being just 40 chips, there'll be 80 chips. So it kind of doubles the points. So that's what it basically means. Right, let's open up I don't really need it. Oh, and this one. As we've got a bonus for 2 pair on one at jokers, this one does a bonus for straights. And this is 100 chips added on if it's a straight. 100 chips is a lot of chips, but it ties you kind of to... It doesn't mean you can only score straights, but it just means this card only works if you go straight, and it takes up a joker slot. So I suppose it wouldn't be bad to use it now, but later on you don't want to be taking up joker slots with these kind of things. So let's have a look at this. Celestial. So again, we can start to look through. So this one will upgrade 4 of a kind. This one will upgrade straights. This one will upgrade 2 pairs. This one will upgrade straight flushes. This one will upgrade high cards. High cards are really good to upgrade. Not because they give you a lot of points to start with. They don't. It's only gone up to 2 and 15. But anybody can score a high card, because you can drop 1 card down any time. So now what we're going to do is we're going to try and build up high cards no matter what. We're just going to batter high cards. Let's have a look at Arcana Pack. Now, Arcana Packs will give you tarot cards. So that's what we're going to look at now. So we've got 3 tarot cards here. We know what these do. We've explained these 2. So we've got these 3. Now, what Strength does is it upgrades the... So I wish I'd put them back in number order. Let's do it this way. So what it does is it upgrades 2 cards to the next rank above. So, for example, if I'll show you in a minute because I'm going to use it. You've got Justice, which turns a card into a glass card. And it tells you at the side there that a glass card gives you ×2 mult. And for when you play it in a hand, that hand will get ×2 mult. And there's a 1 in 4 chance the card will actually break, because it's a glass card. And then the last one, Chariot, turns a card into a steel card. And a steel card gives you 1.5 mult, but it has to stay in your hand. If you play it in a hand, then you don't get 1.5 mult. It basically has to stay in your cards at the bottom. You can't put it in your playing hand, but you can keep it in the cards at the bottom of the screen, and you'll get 1.5 mult every time. Steel cards are actually probably the best one when it comes to these kind of bonuses. And it goes onto a card, by the way. So a card will be changed. It only goes onto 1 card. But in this case, I'm going to use Strength. So what I'm going to do is, for example, let's say I want to take these 2 queens. If I use Strength, it's going to take these up by 1 rank. So they'll both turn into kings. Give me 3 kings. There you go. Now it keeps the same suit, but now I've got more kings. So if I want to start going for 3 of a kind or 4 of a kind on kings, that might be a good thing to do. Right, so let's carry on. Now, we've looked at these. I don't want them. I don't need them. So you can sell these for like $1 each, but I don't really need to do that right now. And anyway, it might be good to use them later if need be. So we've still got $8 left. Oh yes, you can look down here. If you skip this blind, which means you're not going to get any of the rewards you'd get for finishing it, you'll get a bonus. And for this one, if you skip this blind right now, it'll give you $1 per played hand this run. And what it means by run is all through the game, all through this actual, not just the ante, but from start to finish. What you'll do from now on, you'll get $1 for you'll get an extra dollar for every hand you play. But it starts off with $4. So it's good because it'll give you more money, but it's not. It's kind of not something worth skipping for. In fact, to be honest with you, the rule of thumb is never skip. It's not worth it. It's best just to go through to the end, get your money that you get for finishing it, and have a look at the jokers that come up. Right, so we're going to put it back into rank order for a minute. So what we got? We've got 3 diamonds, 2 clubs, a heart, and 2 spades. I just want to run these. I suppose I could run 8, 9, 10. No, I'm just going to run them. Okay, so we've got 3 kings. So we've got a full house. That's not bad. And a full house will start at 4 to 40. So that's not bad. Ah. So that'll be 50 chips altogether, going up to 90. We had this last time. But then we've got to get this in and see what it does. And we've got to get 800, sorry. So let's see what this gives us. So we'll play hand. That didn't give us anything, actually. It just didn't give us anything. Shame. But you can see that what I'm saying, it's like that just kicks it. That's so random. What we got? Okay, I'll show you something here. Now, oh, by the way, I wouldn't have been able to get them 3 kings probably if I had to turn them 2 queens. But I want to show you this first. So if I take, let's say, no, let me take these cards. Let's say I take these 3 cards and I play this card, the moon card. I'm going to actually play it. And it'll turn 3 cards. See, it'll turn these 3 cards into clubs. And now, even though I've got 2 9 of clubs, it doesn't matter. So now I can use these and make a flush. So whereas I had nothing, now I've got a flush. And that this time did give me something, and we made it. So we take the money, we're up to 15. And, oh, good, I've got another pack I can show you. So we've got this again. Now, if you remember, the last one we had with a straight gave us 100 chips if we got a straight. This one gives us 12 malt if we get straight. So there is 2 versions for every one, like for pairs, 3 of a kind, 4 of a kind, whatever, where you've got a bonus in chips and a bonus in malt. But they both tie you to one hand still. So anyway, we've got a buffoon pack as well, so we can look at a few more jokers. So let's look at the spectral pack first, so I can show you what this does. This one's a bit more powerful. These are powerful, these are. So here we go. This one will give you, this is called ectoplasm. It will add negative to a random joker, but it'll make your playing hand, the cards in your hand, one card less. So you've got less cards in your hand, which can be a problem. Now, a negative might means +1 to the joker slot. So that'd go up to 1/6. Because that'd get turned negative. Because it says it adds negative to a random joker, but I've only got 1 joker. So that would be turned negative, which would mean it takes no slot up. Because whereas you can only have 5 jokers, if that gets added, if you get a negative, that goes to 6, which means you still get to use 5 jokers. It's like that one is invisible now, but you would keep getting the bonus from it. You would keep getting this malt thing that it keeps doing, this random malt. It'd just sit in corner out of way, and you never have to get rid of it or sell it or anything because it's negative. It's not taking any room up. The other one is called Wraith. Now there's a few of these, and they're very powerful. It creates a random rare joker, but it sets your money to 0. So I've got $11. I like having $11. I want to keep $11, so I'm not going to do that. So if I want to do any, let's for fun at game, use this. You'll see this change. There you go, now it's gone to like that. And as you can see, 1 in 6. So even though a slot is taken up, it still counts as like 5 5 jokers still that can be put in there. So let's open this up. Okay, so we've got this one, which earn $4 at the end of each round. So you get an extra 4. You can get free re-rolls you get one free re-roll in the shops before you have to pay for it. Played cards with diamond suit earns an extra $1. And this joker gains 3 chips per discarded spade card. But that changes every round. So if next round might be you get 3 chips for every discarded diamond, whatever. So these are actually quite crappy. I mean, this one will get you some extra money, I suppose. This one too will too. I mean, you can sell them. I've already bought the pack, so I might as well take something. So I'll take this. I don't really care. And then we'll move on. So I don't want to care about blind. So what we got? Okay, so we've got 2. But you see, I've only got 7 cards now. I did have 8, but I've only got 7 cards now because I took ectoplasm, and I get 1 less card here, which now makes it harder to make a good hand. The more cards you've got here, the better. So I've got 2 choices. I've got a full house, which starts me off at 440, or I've got 4 of a kind, which starts me off at 760, which of course is a lot better. So I'm going to get these all added up. Now you could say, why not add a 10 on? Then you get 10 more chips. You don't. The game only adds up the cards that are part of the hand it counts. So in other words, it's counting 4 of a kind right now. That 10 is not part of a 4 of a kind, so that 10 would be completely ignored. So I could put this 3 in to get rid of it, because I don't want that 3. It's a tiny little 3 of spades. It's crappy. So then the 4 nines will count, but the 3 won't. It'll just get discarded, and then we can have some new cards. But in this hand, I will get in these. So that's 9, 18, 27, 36. Goes into there, so that's 96. It's times 7, naturally. But then this one's got to kick in yet as well. Also, I get an extra $1 for diamonds. So I've got 9 of diamonds. So I'll earn an extra $1 here. Now, I could actually turn all these 9s into diamonds with this. I could turn these 3 9s, sorry, these 3, into diamonds also. And then I get $1 for each one. But I don't want to do that because they could be good for using in a flush or something like that. I don't need them all the same right now. So let's play them. We'll get rid of this 3 of spades with it. I don't need it. There you go, we made it, and the 3 of spades gone anyway. That's good. But we made it because this hit good. It landed high. Okay, so every club played cards with club suit give 7 mult when scored. This is a decent one. It's like this. There's one of these for each suit. For diamonds, you get an extra $1. For clubs, you get 7 mult, plus 7 mult. I think for spades, it's something like times something per spade. It's like sometimes 1.5 for every spade played. It's so each one. I can't remember what the hearts one is right now, but there's one for each. Saturn will upgrade straights. Of course, we've got 2 celestial packs. So let's have a look. Let's have a look. So we've got a pair. We'll do pair again. And I don't know whether to take this one, sell this one, take this one. Because this one will give me more. I could take them both. I'll just keep them both right now. And we'll move on. All diamond cards are debuffed. I'm glad I didn't turn them 9s into diamonds now. Okay, so of course it's a diamond, so it's debuffed, so that's no good. And since we've got less cards, that makes it even more awkward. But we're looking for a jack. So for 10 jack, queen, king, ace, let's see if we can find a jack. We did. Now it's debuffed, but as I've already told you, you can count it. And because you get plus 7 mult for every club, I'm going to get plus 7 for that, jack, plus 7 for that, queen, king, ace, and plus 7 for that. So I'm going to get 7, 14, 21 extra mult here. Then this is going to kick in and give me whatever RNG bonus it gives. I don't think I get the money because it's debuffed, so I don't think this gives me $1. But it should give me a pretty high score. So it's a straight. Let's go. There you go. So it gave me 7. You saw it added on separately when a club played. You saw that this card pulsed and added 7 on to here. Okay, so we're going to cash out. That's 9. And we've got 2 more. Well, we've got Pluto, which is I'm going to take because that upgrades my high card again. And then we've got this one. 2 plus 2 to hand size, but minus 1 to hand each round. So you get plus 2 to those you hold in your hand, which would be good because I'm already 1 less. So I'd get my 1 back and 1 more besides. But at the same time, I'll get less here. So I'll end up with only 4 hands I can play instead of 3. I mean, instead of 5. I'll only get 4 hands instead of 5. So it's a good card. It just depends if I want it. I've got 2 Arcana cards I can play. I'm going to go to 0 here. I can see it. I don't mind. Okay, so like this one here that turns 3 cards into diamonds. This one turns 3 cards into spades. This one gives you stone cards. It tells you what a stone card does. A stone card gives you plus 50 chips, but the card doesn't count as a rank or a suit. So it will not, let's say I turn this 2 of diamonds into a stone card, and then I get 4 diamonds and this stone card. It will not give you a flush just because this is a 2 of diamonds. It will not do it. You'll get just the 4 cards. And this will count. You'll get 50 chips for the stone card, but you'll not get the flush. So it makes it so it isn't classed as a 2 of diamonds anymore. It's just classed as a stone card that gives you an extra 50 onto your chips, which is good right now, but later on, 50 is nothing. You need to be scoring hundreds. So, and then this one gives you a random joker up here, but it can be anyone, any joker. There's like 150 jokers in this deck, in this game, and it can be any one of them. It can be a rare, it can be a legend. Well, it can't be a legendary. It can be a rare, uncommon, or just a common crappy one. You don't know. So I will actually take this, see what we get. It's random. So we've got 80 chips. I was telling you that you get special for special hands, like we were with the straight. This is 80 chips if you get 2 pair. So, yeah. I do think I want this to get my card back. I go down to 0, but at least I get. Sorry, I just hit Mike. But at least it means the cards in my hand I get more of. All right, let's go. And you'll see that here in a minute. There you go. Look. So now I went from 8 to 7, and now I'm up to 9. So I got me 1 back and 1 besides. So now we get a better chance of making a good hand. Now we've got still got this here that gives us clubs, but at the same time we've got this that gives us 80 chips for 2 pair. So what we could do, well, you've got 10 Jack Queen King Ace. We've got 10 Jack Queen King Ace, and we've got 3 clubs again, which would be nice. I mean, that's 21 more mold. We ain't got diamonds, so we're not getting any money. We'll not get this. This 80 chips won't kick in because it's not 2 pair. But we'll take it because I think that's good. This is still going to kick in and give us some. There you go. Did it. Nice. Now, normally your cards would be full here. 5 jokers. But of course, because I've got a negative, I get 6 jokers. So I can still buy another joker. I haven't got much money though. I don't want to push it. I might actually skip this one. And I'm going to sell this and just make a bit more money. And then we're going to go again. So the boss blind is this one. Is you can only play 1 hand. So that means you've got to make it in 1 hand. This 4 will turn into a 1. And that's it. You've got 1 hand. Quite scary. Like here, you still get all your discards. So you've still got 3 discards to make a hand. The best hand you can. But then you've got 1 hand. And that's it. So I could do 2 pair here. And get this kicked in for 80 chips. Let's see what it gets. Just for fun. Let's play this 2 pair. Let's get rid of that with it. It's still only 2 pair. Let's see what we get. Not bad. Well, 1792. I suppose we can go again. Let's just do it again. We've got 1 club in there. There you go. We made it. Now, can we make it with 1 hand? Can we get 1? Ooh. So played face cards will give you 30 chips for every single one. So if you get like 3 kings, you'll get 90 chips. So we're going to play that. I'm also going to update pair. Let's do that. Right, you can move these round so they get added at certain times. So I want this. Actually, we'll do this over here for now. And these can go here. That can go right here because it doesn't matter. Okay, so this will count first and pop the chips up. And then we can do that one, I suppose. That'll add money up, blah, blah, blah. And you can put them in what order you want the bonuses to connect in, which I can explain at a later time, how to do that best. So I'm going to just play it and we're going to move on and see what we can get. I want to save the money because this will take me to 0 again. And I need to make money. In this game, it's like in real life. You know, money might not make you happy, but hey, it's going to give you opportunities to do a hell of a lot more. So... And now I've got 6 jokers, so I can't get any more jokers up here without selling one of these jokers. So if you look, this has gone down to 1. So I've got 1 chance now to do something. So what I could do is this. I have 4 clubs. Or is it 3 clubs? I have 3 clubs. So I have 3 clubs. Now I could go for a flush because that would add 35 on. And then... this would, if I can get like a couple of pictures, this would add 30 more on each time. So, because we've got a chance to score 2,000 in one hand. So I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to try and push for some picture cards, hopefully, but clubs definitely. And we've got 3 chances. We've got 5 clubs. Now what I'm going to do is I've still got 2 chances left, so I'm going to try for a higher club because I've only got. I mean, if you look at it this way, I've only got a 3 of clubs. That's not very good. So keep that one, get rid of that one. I've only got 3 of clubs, but if a higher club comes, I can count that instead, and the 3 can go because it's still quite low that. So we'll discard this and go for another club. We didn't get one. We still got the same original 5. We've got 1 more we can try, so let's do it 1 more time and see if we can get a bigger club. We did. Okay, so that's good. Now we've got these, and we're going to get 30 for this. We're going to get 30 for this with that. Then we'll get 30 chips. Then we're going to get times 7 malt. Then this one will count in, and we'll get 30 chips and times 7 malt. And then this will kick in and we'll not get 30 chips anymore because they're not face cards. Face cards are only these. So then we'll get 7 malt, 7 malt, 7 malt. So after these we'll get 60 chips and 35 malt. And then this has got to kick in. This won't count because it's not 2 pair. And we've just got to hope it's enough. Okay? So let's see what comes of this. And if it's not, then it's game over and it's just tough. And there you go. We needed 2,000. We scored 8,100. So we can take that. And we got through nice and easy. This is a nice card. 2 chips for each remaining card in your deck. So we've got a full deck of 52. And that gives us 2 chips for every card in our hand. Let me explain how that works. That doesn't mean the 52 is actually in the deck. So for example, when I get 9 cards at the start, 9 cards come off this deck, so that will mean that 18 cards will be taken off there. So instead of 104, I'll have 86. So it turns to 86. So each time you take cards off of here, that chip number goes down. So if you can add cards to, every time you buy a card, let's say a normal playing card, and you add it to your deck, you'll get 2 more chips from that card. It's a good card to just depend on. So, for example, I can get rid of this because I don't want to be tied to 2 pair, and instead we'll have this one. Now I got 2 for that I sold, so this one made it so I get, that going to cost me basically 3. So we're going to add these on early, get your chips added on first, then your plus multipliers, and then your multiplicative multipliers at the end. The times ones go at the end. So let's carry on. Let's do this spectral, because spectrals are powerful. Okay, so we have talisman. It puts a gold seal on 1 card, and what the gold seal does is when that card is played, you get $3. For each card with a gold seal on it, you'll get $3 when that card is played in a hand. Trance, it's got to count as well. It can't be just put into a hand as a discard either. It's got to actually count in the hand. Trance, it adds a blue seal, and the blue seal means that when the card, it creates the planet card for final played poke hand of round if held in hand. So basically, if you keep that in your hand and you don't use it, you just let it sit there. When the round is over and you've won, you're blind, and you're moving on to the next round, that will give you a planet card. It's not bad if you like planet cards. We know ectoplasm. We can turn a card into a negative card again. And then we've got this one. Ouija converts all cards in hand to a single random rank. Not suit, rank. Which means they could all turn into kings, or they could all turn into twos, or they could all turn into fives. It could be any number between ace and king. Well, between two and ace, let's say. And anyone, so it could be all same card. Now that's good if you've got certain cards that affect it, like there's one that gives you bonuses for every king in your hand. So that would be brilliant for this if it all turned into kings. But of course that card would be pointless if they all turned into fives. So there are certain cards, not every card, not for every number. Like there's some that work on aces. There's even one that works on twos. So certain cards, if they turn, you can find a card that will just work with that single card, but not all of them. So it's kind of a bit of a risk. I don't know if ectoplasm means it takes me down 2 more, or if it means it's 2 altogether. Because if it's 2 altogether, then that means all it's going to do is take me back down to 8, which is what I was originally. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to test that because I want to know myself. Now this will be a random one. It could pick anything. It could even pick one of these two. I want it, if I were being honest, I want it to either negative this one or this one of these two. Possibly this one. I don't really care, one of them 3, but I'd rather it not be one of these, but it might be. But I'm only doing it as a test anyway. Okay, so it did the worst of the 2 as well. It would have been nice for it to be that one, but it's okay. So let's play it on, and then we'll select. We'll carry on. So yeah, it's gone back down to 7. So it literally took 2 off. You see, I thought it meant it's already been on -1. We're going to take another 1 off and make it -2. And if that were true, I'd have gone back to 8. But no, it took 2 more off. It didn't just take 1 off and add it on to the 1 it already took off. It actually added 2 off. So I went down by 3 altogether using them 2 negatives, them 2 ectoplasms. So that makes it a little bit harder yet again. But it don't matter anyway because I'm coming to the end of this video, so I don't really care. And I can show you a big hand sometimes how that works. But we've still got a 10 Jack Queen King Ace. We're going to get 7, 14, 21 more for the thingy. For the clubs, for this one. And we still did it nice and easy with a bit left over. So we've got we can go put pair up again. And we've got an Arcana pack. Let's see what tarot we've got. So we can do this one, Temperance. This will give you whatever these cards are worth when you try and sell them. So that one's worth 4, that's worth 6, that's 10, 13, 15, 17, 20. So they're worth 20, and if you look at Temperance, it tells you currently 20. It'll go up to $50. But if I click that, I get $20. Lovers will turn one selected card into a wild card, and a wild card can be used as any suit. So if you've got, so let's say I've got this, I put it on this King of Clubs and turn King of Clubs into a wild card. If I've got them 4 diamonds, for example, I can then bring this in as a 5th diamond, and because it's a wild card, it will count. And Justice, well, explain Justice, it gives you a glass card. But in this game, you need money. If you get a chance to make money, take money. So we're going to take that and go up to 25. Now I've got a lot more leeway to be able to buy things and look at things. So this one, we're talking about this card here. I'll show you this. So we're on 104 because we've got 52. So if I open this up. Now this is a gold card. So the card is worth 3 for 3 chips, but you'll get $3 if this card is held in your hand at the end of the round. So in other words, don't play it. Like the gold disc that you put on cards, you have to play them to get money. With the gold card, you don't play it, you keep it in your hand. And if at the end of the round you've still got it in your hand, you'll get $3. So we've got a 9 and a 9. I'll take this. And if you look, watch this, that goes to 53. I buy it, select. And now that'll go to 106. So every time you add a card, that goes up by 2. So that's very good. You've got a voucher here called Overstock. And what that does is it adds an extra card here. So instead of having 2, I'll show you. You can have 3. Now you get 3 cards. And it actually brings them back without you having to re-roll, which is good. It's a good little tip, that. Instead of re-rolling them, buying that card, buy that card and it'll re-roll them for you at no cost. So now we can bring in Picture, for example, which is a multiplicative card, which is really good. And we've got room. We've got 1 card left. So what that does is, for the first played face card, so if you have, Knight, 10, Jack, Queen, King, as soon as it hits the King, it'll give you ×2 on the mult, but you don't get anything for the rest of the hand. It just gives you basically ×2 for the first picture card. That's it. This Joker is +1 to hand size again, so we can get hand size back. And then we can do, I'm going to actually do that. And I'm going to actually buy it. Well, I can't buy this. Let me get rid of, I have to see, which one should I get rid of? I can't get rid of that because I need it to give me +2 on hands. And I know we're getting rid of either at negatives because they're not counting. It's only the ones that count. So we'll get rid of, we'll leave it. We'll leave it for now because this will actually come back round. This will come back round. Because I ain't got really anything for this right now. I'll think about it. Anyway, you get 25 if you defeat the boss blind, but we're not going to bother with that. Because like I say, try not to accept them. And as you see, we're back to 8. After all that messing about, we've finally come back round to 8 cards in here. We've got 4 clubs. Let's see if we can grab it. Oh, no. Let's see if we can grab a flush. We have got a flush, but the problem is, it's a very crappy flush because we've got a 2 and a 3. So we're just going to see if we get another club. And we did. Look at that. So that is actually a decent one now. So, but we actually have, so we've got that. Let's get rid of them. See what else we get. Okay, we didn't do it any further. So let's get these. So again, we're going to get 35 for all these. These will all add on to here. And yeah, let's see where it goes. There you go. We're on to 7,500. We now go up to 11,816. And you get 3 cards, of course. We're still doing that. And we've got Wrathful Joker, which played cards with spade. You see, we've got 2 of them right now. We've got clubs and diamonds. This is spades. So this gives you +3. That's it. It's the hearts that give you a multiply. So this gives you +7. This gives you +7 for each club. This gives you +3 for each spade that's scored, and this one gives you $1. So Slide Joker, 50 chips if you play a pair. So we're going back to specific hands again. And then with this one, you get ×3 mult if played hand contains a straight. There's actually nice cards, because if you do get straight down, you're going to get ×3. And when all other things have been added on, you'll get ×3 at the end. And then we've got the Arcana packs and that. So I'm actually going to stop it there because this has gone on for a bit. And I don't even know if it's been recording. I don't know if it's stopped again. So if you're watching this, congratulations, it's working. We're back and I can start playing Wukong again. I've been missing it. But if you're not seeing this, then you'll never know I've said this and it doesn't really matter. Anyway, I'm going to go. So thanks for watching. Thanks for waiting. If you watch this, you are a star. You are amazing. Thanks for waiting. Thanks for watching it when I came back, finally. And let's hope Streamlabs actually keeps working, because if it goes again, I still don't know what did it in the first place. So yeah, don't forget to subscribe if you wish. That would be amazing. It takes you a second to click it. Comment if you want to. I do reply to comments when YouTube tells me I get them eventually. And there is something else. Oh, click like. Yeah, that'd be nice. Yeah, you can do that too, I suppose. Anyway, I'm going to go. So you take care. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.